Hello, my friends. Thanks so much for joining Rise for Time and Money Freedom. And I am so happy you're here. Before I get into what I want to talk about today, I thought I would share with you something that I purchased, which has been a lifesaver for me. And it's a wallet comb. And this wallet comb, I got at Euro and for Haven, Mass. And I bought everybody one because there was like a bunch of them. And I grabbed like 10 of them and I gave them to my kids and everything. And they're like, huge eyeball roll. Like, oh, mom, like, how silly is that? I should have kept them all for myself because I put it right in my wallet. And when I can't find anything to give myself a quick little comb before I start, I go to my wallet and find my little comb. So keep your eyes out for one. They come in super, super handy. And the second thing I want to do is I taught a Rise yoga class yesterday, and as a chair yoga actually, in for NEAR, so Northeast Association of Realtors, and it was actually desk yoga because I said to them like it was meant for the purpose was to be able to fit exercise and wellness into any place that you are and whatever lifestyle. And I told stories over the years of where I would put in my workouts. So, anyways, I read an intention card, and before I stick it away, I thought I'd share it with you. And it says, Health. Allow me, divine, to be tender and accepting of my body, no matter what ailments I may have. May I always know it's doing the best that it can. Help me be a loving ally and friend to this sacred form. So I thought that was a cool one because in real estate, we get so busy and so intense in our job that we put ourselves on the back burner. And we do this day after day after day, right? One day's not bad, a week's not so bad, but when our bodies are not being moved and we are forgetting about how important our bodies are, it's tragic. And I'm going to talk more about this tomorrow because I want to do a challenge with you. But I just wanted to set the stage of treating our body like it's divine. It's one of my biggest challenges. It's one of those things that always is reminding me like I'm not there yet because I just cannot get all my pieces to the puzzle together. Anyway, speaking of pieces of puzzle, I taught national economic trends in the real estate profession the other day. And then I also had an opportunity to speak on housing in the market and what's going on here. So there's been a couple of times lately that this whole idea about scarcity in housing has impacted us. And what I will tell you is when I talked about local trends, and then when I talked about state trends and then national trends, there is one common theme is that there is just no inventory. And so many of our numbers have gone down like almost by 50% year over year. So 50% of the number of houses to sell. And so what happens is that we have a housing market where house prices are still higher because of the scarcity. But what I want to talk about and what I want to just kind of set into motion is where are people going to live? So we look at it sometimes as, oh, well, it's kind of great because that means I can do less transactions a year and still make the same money because I'm getting more money on every house that I sell. So we may have this mindset of, yeah, it's bad, but it's okay for me because my job gets a little bit easier in that way. Of course, the other part about that is when we also represent buyers and time after time, it's just what their great, amazing offers are just not good enough. So that's also really hard. So it got me thinking about what can we do now? And this was part of my national trends class the other day. What can we do now to get ourselves ready for down the road? And it's almost like me talking about the health, right? So today, this housing thing, I mean, I got some transactions going on. It's fine. I'm still making it work professionally, so I'm not gonna do anything about that, right? I'm just gonna keep on doing what I'm doing. But what we're not doing is we are not setting the building blocks for enduring business, right? So I always say I want to be a 2030. It used to be when it was 2020, right? I want to be a 2030 realtor. And now would be what do I want to be I don't know if I want to be a 2032 realtor because then I'll be turning 70. So I don't know. So we'll just go with 2030. I want to be in real estate I want to be in for the long game. So what kinds of habits can I do now to create that everlasting client? And so I think about the short term, like the Dopa hits, right? So responding to a lead that comes in, or getting something that somebody who signed into your website, or finding that person that just somehow gets into your sphere of influence. But they're not your database, right? They're not your target audience. They're not who you are cultivating your business to be around. But hey, they're here, so let's do it, right? Because what's more, and who cares if it's that kind of house, or that kind of person. I mean, it's business. So we get ourselves distracted from like that real core business philosophy that we have for ourselves. And if you don't have this core business philosophy for yourself, and again, I'm sharing this with my soar friends, so my new agents coming up, this is something I want you to start thinking about. This core business is that business that's going to keep you in business. Okay. And I'll use myself as an example. I always said that my 3 target audiences was friends, fields. So the fields that my kids played on, and so the parents of my friends, right? So the parents of my kids' friends were my target audience, and then my family. So those 3 F's were my business. And so when there were leads given out at the office when I was a new agent, I'm like, I don't want them. Okay. I want to cultivate my business. I only have a certain amount of time. I want to spend it growing my own. Okay. And it's something that has served me well through the years. And it's something that with my school, I also do the same. We just ran in February a referral program for the people who came into Agent Rising over the past 10 years. And it was a really successful campaign. And what happened is husbands have their wives getting their license, wives have their husbands getting the licenses, parents have their kids getting the licenses, referrals of people, and just this. So it was one of these things that, again, we're building that base and not worried about the people who just come in out of nowhere, and those good idea people. And so I want to just plant that seed today, just like I want to plant this seed today. Okay, that we have to be enduring and to be satisfied and love our jobs. I think we have to make our jobs our jobs. Okay, so we cannot be the passive person receiving the leads that come in, receiving that, oh, that's nice that they called, or oh, that's nice that, those little surprises, right? We cannot build our business on the surprises. We have to build our business on those deep, enduring relationships. And how? Here we go. Everyone's like, well, what does that have to do with brownies, Kate? You put in the title, Bring on the Brownies. Well, how does that have to do with anything with brownies? Is serving those people. So the way that we cultivate that long, enduring relationship is to serve those people. And one of those is by food. So during the pandemic, I made about 1,000 lasagnas because I brought lasagnas to my people. And now and this is so weird, now that they can get their own food as far as that goes, now it's the treats, because now we're stressed out when we want sugar. So anyway, bring them brownies, send them brownies, be homemade, right? They love homemade. And so just cultivating that business, whatever it is for you. Okay. For me, it's food. And again, because I've got my 3 F's, my friends, my family, and my fields, right? So those people want food. What do your people want? Figure that out and serve them in that way. And I want to just close by a story, is that during the pandemic, this whole food thing, and I don't know, maybe you were around when I talked about it. I got a call. I volunteered for the Council of Aging I said I would deliver whatever they needed to the shut-ins. And I got a call that this one woman needed food, and would I go grocery shopping for her, and would I take care of her? And I said, absolutely. So I went grocery shopping for this woman, and I brought her the food, and it was just such a nice experience, because I was able to serve her, put her food away, help clean her house. We bought her way more food than she needed. Didn't take the money. Just kind of establish this way of being able to help someone in need. Well, she recently passed away. So God bless you, right? I got a call from her son, and he said, I'm calling you because there's a message that when it comes time to list this house, I'm to call you. So never thought about that when I did it. It was all about being a good neighbor and being a good friend and family. So she was kind of a family kind of person, a neighbor. So think about, like, I didn't do it for that, but that is the reason I got that phone call. I still have to do my job and it still has to be good. Otherwise, that doesn't even matter. But it was just nice to know that that's how that came in. All right, my friends. So tomorrow, make sure you tune in. We're going to be doing something related to the health, and it's going to be a challenge, and I hope you're up for it. Thank you so much. I so appreciate you being here. Make it an amazing day.